Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I want to reflect on something that happened almost 5 years ago now, and and how things have changed over the last 5 years. Because I had another situation just that could have also gone south today, but didn't. In March of 2020, that first day we locked down, I was teaching at Washington Technology University, and the school went on lockdown, as you would expect. I was sitting at home texting my boss, making plans on what to do about our students, how to transition to remote learning. I was eating my favorite kielbasa sausage, and I was texting my boss, "Hey, what are we going to do about these students? What we're so and so is studying, whatever." I can't remember exact details, but I remember texting my boss. After a few back and forths, my boss thought it would be best if he would call me, and he texted me, say, "I'll call you in a few moments." And it really angered me because I was busy eating. I couldn't talk. I could only text. And so when I answered the phone call, I was already very on edge, and it affected the conversation. I really regret that because it left a bad first impression. You don't get a second chance at that. It left a bad first impression just as we went into this difficult situation. And it really ruined the pitch of that first call. I mean, it wasn't the first time I ever talked to my boss, obviously, but it ruined the flow of that transition. Because you got to remember, that was a very big transitional period for everybody involved. Very upsetting. Now, why do I bring that up? Because today I was eating once again, and a friend of mine called me to offer to help with my current difficult situation. As you guys know, I recently had to move in a hurry because of an emergency at the home I was living in. And a friend of mine, actually my girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, they're all getting along together, is offering to help me with a few things. He called, and I was once again in the middle of the meal, but I actually pushed my meal behind the computer so I couldn't see it. And I answered the phone call, and after I put the phone down, I actually forgot about my food. So I'm so glad it turned out that way, because I definitely do not want to make a bad impression to a new circle of friends. And so that was good. It reminded me of what happened almost 5 years ago now, and how much has changed. I'm really proud of that. I used to get angry every time something would interrupt me in between me and my food. So right now I'm sitting in a cafeteria at my favorite Whole Foods. I can't tell you how many times in times past, on my way from the cash register to the dining area, I would get into minor altercations with people who got in the way, right? I'd be pushing my cart, somebody would get in the way, and I would be, "Excuse me," and go around them and almost want to shout at them for getting in my way. Something about that always gives me heck. When I'm so close to my food and there's a barrier of some sort, right? I don't know why. Things like that used to anger me a lot. Even to this day, I got to be careful. Uh, but anyways, I ruined my first day of remote work at WTU over something like this. Leave a comment. Have you ever gotten angry because you were this close to getting to your food and something came in your way, right? A phone call, somebody blocking your way when you're pushing your shopping cart, or your credit card getting declined, or any number of things, right? Leave a comment if you have ever gotten into anger problems over that. I know I used to a lot. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.